Hello everybody, this is Justin, and today I'm going to show you how to download and install Minecraft Forge for modders, and we'll get right started with the modding. But before we do that, I'd like to talk about what I want from this series and my goal with the series. So we're going to be following a tutorial pattern where we go through one file and go to the next, and we build up the mod and everything. But I'm going to divide it into different blocks. So, for example, if you wanted to quickly jump to figure out how to send packets to the server or something, you can go right into that section without having to follow all the tutorials previously. But if you want to learn everything, you can start in tutorial 1, go to 2, 3, 4, 5, and work your way through everything. So it's going to be all connected and everything, but also disconnected at the same time, so you don't have to completely rely on knowledge. That being said, there will probably be multi-part tutorials, so you can't just start in the middle of sending packets. I mean, unless you want to. I'm not going to stop you. So that's what I want from this tutorial, and I hope it works for you. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is go to files.minecraftforge.net. And you see there are a ton of versions. This scrolls all the way down. What you're going to want to do is download the latest recommended. This is recommended 1.6.2. This refers to the Minecraft version. So you're going to want to install the source. And once this advertisement is over, I'm going to click skip ad and we're going to download it. So that's just going to take a second to download, and while that downloads, I'm going to go here and go to your downloads folder. Now it's going to be a .zip, so on Mac and Windows and probably Linux, you can just double click it and out comes this folder called Forge. Don't rename this yet. You have to run a few scripts on it, and then I'm pretty sure you can rename it. But I just don't rename it because why mess with it? So once you double click into that, you're going to get to this screen right here. And if you're on Windows, you can probably just double click this install.command or run it through the shell. Probably just double click though. But if you're on Mac or Linux, you're going to need to run this run this .sh shell, which all it does, as you can see, is launch the Python. But I'm just going to run this as install.sh. And the way you do that is by bringing up a terminal and going cd, which stands for change directory, but I'm sure you already knew that, and just drag the folder in like that. And you see that this is the path. So just users, Justin, downloads, Forge. Just hit enter, and now we are in this folder in the terminal. So what you're going to want to do is type in bash install.sh. And this is going to execute this install.sh, which in turn executes the install.py. You are going to need Python installed on your system, but if you're on Mac, then it comes pre-installed. So just hit enter. And as you can see, this is checking the MC zip, may take time to download. And you may be wondering, okay, you installed Forge, but what about MCP? Setting up MCP and everything, you didn't download that. Well, I didn't download that from the browser, but what this script does, it conveniently downloads MCP, it downloads everything that you need to. So you just download this one Forge thing and run the install, and it'll set up everything for you. So this can take quite a bit of time, up to, I'd say, 20 minutes. Depending on how fast your computer is, it has some compiling and everything to do. So I'm going to let this run, and we're going to cut here, and if something interesting happens, I'll be back. Alright guys, so that clocked in at about 13.5 minutes, I'd say. So you're all done with the waiting now, no need to install anything actually. But before we move on to using the Eclipse workspace, I'd just like to explain the difference between Forge and MCP. MCP stands for the Mod Coder Pack, and it decompiles Minecraft and lets you basically view all the files and renames all the stuff and makes it super easy to look at all the different classes. Forge, on the other hand, adds in a few different things and makes it allowed to be compatible with other mods and adds a bunch of new APIs and everything like that. So Forge basically adds stuff, MCP just decompiles what's already there. Both of them are very instrumental to creating a mod. So after this is run, you can go back into your Forge folder and you see that you have this new folder MCP here that wasn't there before. So you can just double click on that and you see there's all this different stuff, but all we're interested in is this Eclipse folder. And you'll see that there's a Minecraft folder inside of that. So just remember where this Eclipse folder is and head on over to Eclipse. This would be a good time to say that you really should learn Java by now. It'll help you so much in the long run. It'd be incredibly hard to just pick up Minecraft modding without knowing Java. So what I recommend doing is heading on over to thenewboston.org. He also has a YouTube channel. This guy named Bucky has tons and tons of tutorials. And you can see right here under computer programming on his website, he has four series dedicated just entirely to Java, and there's probably other ones that aren't just Java that have Java inside of them. So you're just going to need to watch the beginner videos. If you want, you can do the intermediate as well, but you really only need the beginner. And once he starts going over GUIs and everything, you don't really need to know past that, but I mean, the more you know, the better. So watch his beginner tutorials, and yeah. Once you're done with that, you can come back and learn some Minecraft modding. So just open up Eclipse, and you're going to want to go to File, Switch Workspace, and Other. So right now we're just going to navigate to where that workspace was, that one folder. So for me, it's going to be in this folder I created, MC, if I can find it, MC Mod Tutorials, there we go. Forge, and MCP, and then Eclipse. Now you see that there's a .metadata file and there's also this Minecraft file. Don't click on either of them, just make sure that none of them are selected and you are in Eclipse and press open. So the path should end in / forge MCP Eclipse. That means you're all good to go. You press OK. It's going to take a sec to load. Just want to point out that this will also work with IntelliJ. It'll work with basically any IDE. However, it comes pre-installed with an Eclipse workspace, so that's what I'm going to use. It's just tons easier. Just going to make this easier to see for you guys. And now you can see that we have this Minecraft folder right here. And it has these errors and everything, but that's okay. Just click on it and run. Now I'm going to go over what some of these buttons do in specific for Minecraft Forge. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Green play button. Did I press play? Maybe I didn't. Oh, no, it's loading. Yeah, so the first time might take a while, it looks like. Anyways, in the upcoming tutorials, I'm going to explain what this button does, what this button does, and what all the other buttons do. So yeah, this could take a while. It's only at 20%. I might cut it out here. Maybe not. Alright, so it looks like it's working now. Some red text will pop up in the console. It'll say manage to load deobfuscated Minecraft, blah blah blah. And yeah, here we are. Just going to make this easier to see as well. And if all is good, it says Minecraft 1.6.2. This black screen will eventually turn into the Mojang screen. And oh wow, okay. So just going to create a new world. New world is fine for now. Survival. This isn't going to be our testing world. Just to see if it works. Loading world, building terrain. Very exciting. Starting new world. And awesome. Looks like it works. Just gonna maybe break a few blocks. Yep. E to open my inventory. Everything looks like it's good. Okay, awesome. So it works. You can adjust all the options and everything to make it run smoother. And that looks like it's the end of this tutorial. So in the next tutorial, we're going to go over Eclipse and what the different things do, and we might set up one file or two, but stay tuned.